Good morning, students. Today we are going to discuss about the quantum mechanical model of an atom by Schrödinger equation. Okay, it will be asking a 2 mark or 3 mark question answer. It is very important 5 mark question. Please make a note. Very important 2 mark, 3 mark, or sometime it will ask me a 5 mark question. Okay, let's see. The motion of an object that we come across in our daily life can be well described using a classical mechanics, which is based on the Newton's law of motion. You know already about the Newton's law of motion. We have studied in 11th standard physics or 10th standard physics. In classical mechanics, the physical state of a particle is defined by position and momentum. If you know both these properties, we can predict the future state of the system based on the force acting on it using classical mechanics. However, according to Heisenberg uncertainty principle, both these properties cannot be measured simultaneously with absolute accuracy for a microscopic particle such as an electron. According to Heisenberg uncertainty principle, we cannot predict the both position and velocity of microscopic particle. That is nothing but electron. Okay. The classical mechanics does not consider the dual nature of the matter, which is significant for microscopic particles. As a consequence, it fails to explain the motion of microscopic particle based on the Heisenberg principle and the dual nature of microscopic particle. A new mechanics called as a quantum mechanics was developed. Edwin Schrödinger expressed the wave nature of electron in terms of differential equation. Okay. This is called as a differential equation. Schrödinger expressed the wave nature of electron in terms of a differential equation. This equation determines the change of wave function in space depending on the field of force in which the electron moves. The time variable Schrödinger equation can be expressed as this is called as a Schrödinger equation. Schrödinger equation. Okay. H it is nothing but H Hamiltonian operator. H is called as a psi. The name of this symbol is called as a psi equal to E stands for energy and the symbol called as a psi. Okay. Where H is called as a Hamiltonian operator. Psi is a wave function and it's a wave function of position coordinates of the particle and denoted as a psi. E is the energy of the system. Okay. Okay. Let's see this. H Hamiltonian equal to Hamiltonian equal to minus h square by 8 pi square m dou square by dou x square plus dou square by dou y square plus dou z by dou square by dou z square plus this is called as a Hamiltonian. It is called as Schrödinger equation. Okay. This equation 2.12 we can write by using this value of H Hamiltonian like this. Okay. That is nothing but minus h square by 8 by square m dou square psi by dou x square plus dou square psi by dou y square plus dou square psi by dou z square plus v psi equal to e psi. Okay. By applying the value of H Hamiltonian operator to the equation 2.12, we will get the equation like this. Okay. And if you multiply by 8 pi square m by square and rearranging the equation, we get the equation of dou square psi by dou x square, dou square psi by dou y square and plus dou square psi by dou z square plus 8 by square m by s square. Okay. This is very easy equation. We have to find out the value of a Hamiltonian operator, that is like this. Okay. Okay. By applying this value to the equation 2.12, we will get the value of equation 2.12. We will get the value of equation of like this. Okay. After the multiplying by minus 8 by square m by square and rearranging the above equation, we will get equation like this. This is called as a Schrödinger equation. Okay. The above equation is called as a Schrödinger wave equation. Does not contain a time as variable and is referred as to time independent Schrödinger equation. This equation can be solved only for certain values of energy, the total energy, that is the energy of the system is quantized. Okay. The permitted total energy values are called as eigenvalues and the corresponding wave functions represent the atomic orbitals. Okay. Let's see the main features of the quantum mechanical model of an atom. Okay. Main features of the quantum mechanical model of an atom. Okay. The energy of electrons in atom is quantized. Okay. The energy of electrons in atom is quantized. Right? This is called as the first features of a quantum mechanical model of atom. And the second point is nothing but the existence of quantized electronic energy levels is direct result of the wave-like properties of electron. The solutions of Schrodinger wave equation gives the allowed energy levels or bits. According to Heisenberg conservative principle, the exact position, according to Heisenberg conservative principle, the exact position and momentum of an electron cannot be determined with absolute accuracy. We cannot determine exact accuracy the position and momentum of a microscopic particle, that is an electron. As a consequence, quantum mechanics introduced the concept of orbital. Orbital is a three-dimensional space in which the probability of finding an electron is maximum. Orbital is nothing but, it is called as a definition of orbital. It will be asking a 2-mark question. The question will be like a define orbital. The question will be like a define orbital. Define orbital. That's orbital is a three-dimensional space in which the probability of finding electron is maximum. This will be answer for the question of define orbital. The solution of Schrodinger wave equation for the allowed energy of an atom gives the wave function psi, which represents an atomic orbital. The wave nature of electron present in an orbital can be well defined by the wave function psi. The wave function psi itself has no physical meaning. However, the probability, it is nothing but the wave function psi itself has no physical meaning. However, the probability of finding an electron in a small volume dx dy dz around the point is proportional to psi into xyz the whole power square, that is nothing but dx dy dz, and psi xyz whole square is known as a probability density, and it is the value of this equation is always positive. Next chapter is something but quantum numbers. It is a very important question. Quantum numbers, we have to go through the 4 quantum numbers, that is nothing but spin quantum number, principal quantum number, azimuthal quantum number, magnetic, and spin quantum number. Let's see the quantum number definition. The electron in an atom can be characterized by a set of 4 quantum numbers, namely principal quantum number, azimuthal quantum number, magnetic quantum number, and the last one is spin quantum number. Spin quantum number. Let's see. And spin quantum number. When Schrodinger equation is solved for a wave function psi, the solution contains the first 3 quantum numbers, that is n. N stands for principal quantum number. This is called as n stands for principal quantum number. L stands for azimuthal quantum number, and M stands for magnetic quantum number. The 4 quantum number arises due to the spinning of electron about its own axis. The 4th quantum number, the 4th quantum number arises due to the spinning of electron about its own axis. However, classical pictures of a species spinning around themselves are incorrect. First, see the principal quantum number. It is denoted by the letter A. It is called as a principal quantum number. Please listen carefully. It will be asking a 2-mark, 3-mark question by taking the concept of principal quantum number. Let's see. This quantum number represents the energy level. This quantum number represents the energy level means we have an atom. It contains a nucleus. We have a surrounded orbital surrounded energy levels with the nucleus. This shell is called as a principal quantum number. It is denoted by a n. Nth shell. It is denoted by a n equal to 1. And we have second orbital, second shell. It is called as a n equal to 2. We can take it as a n equal to 1 as a nothing but a k shell. This is called as a k shell. This is L shell. And the one more shell we have, that is called as a M shell. And one more shell we have, that is called as a L shell. See this diagram. Let's see. The principal quantum number represents the energy level in which the electron revolves around the nucleus. Only the electrons revolve around the nucleus in a path of energy levels. Okay, that is called as a shell and is denoted by the symbol n. Okay, the n can have the values of n equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, etc. Okay, because we have a lot of energy shells around the nucleus. This is called as n equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 like this. Okay, this is called as 1, 2, 3 and 4 like this, etc., etc., as to go on, as go on. N represent okay, n k shell, n2 is represent the L shell, k l m n. Okay, k l m n, and the third, fourth is represent the m n o shell. Okay, already I told you that. This is called as a k shell. This is L shell. This is M shell. This is N shell. Okay, let's see. The maximum number of electrons that can be accommodated in a given shell is by using the 2n square formula. We can find out the number of electrons will be occupied in a given shell, given energy level. Okay, if we take the n equal to 1, that is the first shell, we should know how many electrons will be occupied in a first shell. Okay, to find out that, we have to use one formula, it is nothing but 2n square. Okay, here we have to apply the value of n to this formula, that is nothing but 2 into 1 square is equal to nothing but 2. So the maximum 2 electrons will be occupied in a first shell. Okay, this is called as a electron. Okay, and for second shell, if we take the value of n equal to 2, we have to apply the value of n equal to 2 in the 2n square formula. So we will get the answer of 2 into 2 square, that is nothing but 2 into 2 square, 2 square nothing but 4, 4 into 2 nothing but 8. So the maximum number of electrons present in a second shell is nothing but 8 electrons. Okay, so by using the 2n square formula, we can easily find out the number of electrons which is occupied in the energy level. Okay, let's see. The n gives the energy of electron. N is nothing but energy of electron. The formula of energy of find the energy of electron is nothing but En equal to minus 1312.8 into z square divided by n square. Okay, kilojoule per mole, and the distance of the electron from the nucleus is given by, this is the formula used to find out the distance from nucleus to electron. This distance can be calculated using this formula. Radius of n equal to 0.529 into n square divided by z t. Okay, next you see the azimuthal quantum number or subsidiary quantum number. Azimuthal quantum or subsidiary. Okay, it is denoted by the letter L. Okay, we have the principal quantum number, it is denoted by n. The values of n starts from 1 to, and so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 like that. Okay, and we have azimuthal quantum number, it is denoted by the letter L. It is represented by the letter L and can take integral values from 0 to n minus 1. Here n is nothing but the principal quantum number. 0 to n minus 1. N minus 1 is nothing but, n is nothing but the principal quantum number. The integral value starts from for L is nothing but 0 to, okay, L equal to 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 like this. Okay, and for short form we can tell like n equal to n minus 1. Okay, let's see. Each L value represents the L subshell. L value represents the subshell, that is of orbital, that is L equal to, that is not a 1, this is called as a L. Okay, it looks like a 1 but that is not a 1, it is called as L, equal to 0, 1, 2, 3 and 4. Represent the S orbital, P orbital, D orbital and F orbital. L is nothing but subshell. The values of integral is of L nothing but 0, 1, 2, 3. Okay, for 0 it stands for S orbital, P orbital for 1, L value is nothing but 0, 1, 2, 3. For 0 we tell S orbital, for L, P orbital, D and F orbital. Okay, the maximum number of electrons can be accommodated in a given subshell. Here, how to find the maximum number of electrons can be accommodated in a given subshell? To find out the value, we have to use this formula. that is nothing but 2 into 2l plus 1. Okay, 2 into 2l plus 1. If you put the value of l is nothing but 0, we have to, if you put the value of 0 here, if you put the value of 0, l equal to 0, so we have to find out the number of electrons can be accommodated in a given subshell by using this formula 2 into, that is the value of 2 into 2, the value of L is nothing but 0 plus 1. Okay, here 2 into 0 is nothing but 0, 0 plus 1 1, 0 plus 1 is 1, 1 into 2 is 2. So s orbital can have a 2 electron, it is called as a s2. Okay, ns2. N is nothing but the first shell, second shell or third shell, like this. Okay, okay, it is used to calculate the orbital angular momentum using the expression, and the fourth one is nothing but it is used to calculate the orbital angular momentum using the expression. We can find out the angular momentum by using the following expression is nothing but the root of L into L plus 1 h by 2 by. Okay, we know the value of h is nothing but Planck constant. L is nothing but the typical quantum number. The value starts L from 0 to 1. Okay, and the value and the pi value we know that 3.14 or 22 by 7. Let's see the magnetic quantum number. It is denoted by m. Okay, the magnetic quantum number is denoted by m. It takes the integral value ranging from minus L to plus L through the 0. Okay, here it is denoted by the letter m1. M, it takes the integral values for integral value of m magnetic quantum number is nothing but minus L to plus 1 plus L through the 0. If we have a L value 1, we have the value of a magnetic quantum number is nothing but, for 1 we have to put minus 1, 0 and plus 1. We have to put the values between the minus and plus 1. Okay, between the minus and plus. If the value of L is nothing but 2, we have to put minus 2, minus 1, 0, plus 1 and plus 2. If you put the value of L is equal to 3, so we get the answer of minus 3, minus 2, minus 1, 0, plus 1, plus 2 and plus 3. So we have here 7 values for the value of L equal to 3. For L equal to we have 5 values, and for L equal to we have 3 values. Okay, for 0 we don't have any values for magnetic quantum number. Okay, different values of m for a given L value represent the different orientation of orbitals in space. The Riemann effect, it will be asked in a 2 mark or 3 mark question. The question will be like that, define Riemann effect. Okay, the Riemann effect, the splitting of spectral lines in a magnetic field. Riemann effect is nothing but splitting of spectral lines in a magnetic field. Okay, in a magnetic field combines, it is called as Riemann effect. For Stokes effect, splitting of spectral line in electric field. Okay, if the electric field it comes, it is called as a Stokes effect. Okay, provides the experimental explanation for this quantum number. The magnitude of the angular momentum is determined by the quantum number L, while its direction is given by a magnetic quantum number. Okay, let's see the spin quantum number, that is the last number of quantum number. We have seen principal, azimuthal or subsidiary, and magnetic, and we are going to discuss about the last quantum number, that is nothing but spin quantum number. Okay, the spin quantum number represents the spin of electron and is denoted by the symbol ms. Okay, spin of electron. The electron in an atom revolves not only around the nucleus but also spins. Okay, the electron in an atom revolves not only the nucleus but also spins. It also have a spin character, spinning property. It is usual to write this electron as electron spins about its own axis, either in a clockwise or direction or anti-clockwise direction. The spin may be, the electron may be spinning like a clockwise or anti-clockwise direction. The visualization is not true, so that only we are drawing the electron in an orbital like this. Okay, this symbol is indicates electron. We have a 2 electron, but we should not have the two electron in same spin. We have if the electron is spinning anti-clockwise, this spinning is nothing but clockwise movement. Okay. Corresponding to the clockwise and anti-clockwise spinning of electron, maximum two values are possible for this quantum number. We have two maximum values for spin quantum number, that is nothing but the value of is nothing but minus of and plus of. Okay, for this electron we will take the minus 1 by 2, and for this electron we will take the plus 1 by 2. Okay, this is called as a spin quantum number. Okay, let's see the table 2.1, quantum numbers and significance. Here, by using this table, we can know how to put the values of k, l, m, n corresponding to the quantum number. Okay, if we take the shell k, the principal quantum number of shell is nothing but k is nothing but 1. The value of n is here, the value of n. Okay, and the maximum number of electron present will occupy in nth shell, that is k shell, is nothing but 2 by using the formula 2n square. Azimuthal quantum number is nothing but in a subshell we have to find the subshell. Okay, the value of azimuthal quantum number L equal to 0 to 1 here 2 3 4 will give. Okay, n minus 1, if we take the value of n is nothing but 1, we put like this to find the azimuthal quantum number n minus 1. If we put the value in n equal to 1 is nothing but 1 minus 1 is nothing but 0, so 0 it will come. And maximum number of electrons in an orbital, how to find the maximum number of electrons which is occupy in orbital? To find that, we have to use this formula 2 into 2l plus 1. The value of L is nothing but 0, so we have to put the 0 here, so here the 2 will come. Magnetic quantum number of different possible orientation of orbital is nothing but 0. Designation of the orbitals in a given cell is nothing but first shell. Okay, here k stands for 1 and 0 stands for a s orbital. Okay, already I told you that here n is nothing but n equal to 1 2 3 4 and L is equal to nothing but 0 starts from 0 1 2 and 3. Okay, here 0 stands for s orbital, n1 stands for p orbital, 2 and 3 for f. Okay, we have the value of n equal to 1 and L equal to 0, so we come across a 1s. It's called as a 1s. Okay, and here like this k, you have to find the value of k, l shell, m and for n. Okay, if we see the value of L2, the quantum number, principal quantum is nothing but 2, n equal to 2. Number of electrons to find by using the formula 2n square is nothing but 8. Okay, and here for quantum number we have L equal to value 2, means we have two values, that is nothing but 1 and 0. If you put the value of 2, value of L into value of n like in this formula, we get the answer of 1. Okay, and here we have to find the number of electrons in a present in a orbital. To find that, we have to use this formula 2 into 2l plus 1, that is nothing but 2 into 2l plus 1 equal to 6. Okay, and for azimuthal magnetic quantum number, the L value is nothing but minus 1 0 plus 1, because here the L value is nothing but 1, so you have to put minus 1 plus 0 1. For this designation of orbitals in a given cell, say 2, there are three orbitals. If the value of m is 3, the value of m is 3, I think, but you have to put 2px, 2py and 2pz. Okay, like this. Let's see. And for same for nth shell and for same in nth shell, we have to find out the number of principal quantum number, azimuthal quantum number, designation of orbitals in a given cell. Okay, by using this table, the question will be like how many number of electrons present in a azimuthal quantum number L equal to 1, the principal quantum number is 1. The question will be like this. Okay, let's see the shape of atomic orbitals. The solution to Schrodinger equation gives a permuted energy values called as eigenvalues. The question will be like define eigenvalues. The solution to Schrodinger equation gives the permuted energy values called as eigenvalues and the wave function corresponding to the given eigenvalues are called as atomic orbitals. The solution of Schrodinger wave equation for one electron system like hydrogen can be represented in the following form. In the spherical polar coordinates, it is nothing but or radius theta and psi, like that. Okay. By using these variables, by using these polar coordinates, we can find the solution of Schrodinger wave equation for one electron system like hydrogen. Okay. Where r is called as a radial wave function, other two functions are called as angular wave function. As we know that psi itself has no physical meaning, as we know already about that, psi it has no itself physical meaning. Okay, and the square of the wave function is related to the probability of finding the electron within the given volume of space. Let us analyze how the psi square varies with the distance from nucleus, radial distribution of probability, and direction from the nucleus. Okay, first see the radial distribution of function. Consider a single electron of an hydrogen atom in the ground state, for which the quantum numbers is nothing but n equal to 1, and the value of n equal to 1, if the value of L equal to 0, that is occupies the 1s orbital. If the value of n equal to 1 and the value of L equal to 0, that is nothing but 1s, because for L equal to 0 it stands for s orbital. For L equal to 0 it stands for s orbital. We have the value of n nothing but 1, so we have to put to 1s. Okay. The plot of r square versus the r for 1s orbital given in the figure 2.3. By seeing the plot versus r square for 1s electron for orbit of hydrogen, it is clearly denoted that the graph shows that distance between the electron and the nucleus decreases. Okay, here the distance between the electron and the nucleus decreases. The probability of finding the electron is increases. At r equal to 0, the quantity of r square is maximum, that is maximum value for psi square is at nucleus. However, the probability of finding the electron is maximum in a given spherical shell around the nucleus is important. Let us consider the volume dV bounded by two spheres of radii r and r plus dr. By taking the spherical equation, the volume of sphere is nothing but V equal to 4 by 3 by r cube. By taking the integral values, differential value dV by dr equal to 4 by 3 by r cube by r 4 by 3 3 into by r square. By rearranging this equation, we will get the value dV equal to 4 by square dr. Okay, from that we get the value of psi square dV equal to 4 pi r square psi square dr. Okay, the plot of 4 pi r square psi square versus r is given in a below. This plot indicates the shows the maximum probability of occurs at a distance of 0.52 angstrom from the nucleus. 0.52 is nothing but the distance from angstrom, distance from the nucleus and the electron. Okay, take it as a nucleus. This distance is nothing but 0.52 angstrom. By using the plot from the nucleus, this is equal to the Bohr's radius. It indicates that the maximum probability of finding the electron around the nucleus is at this distance. However, there is a probability to find the electron at other distances also. The radial distribution functions of 2s, 3s, 3p, 3d orbital of the hydrogen atom are represented as follows. This is the radial distribution between the 2s, 3s, 3p and 3d. Okay. By seeing this plot, we can conclude that the maximum finding the electron between the nucleus and the electron is nothing but maximum. Okay, because there is no electron present in between the nucleus and the outermost shell. The electrons revolve only around the nucleus in a path of energy level, that is the shell. In between the gap that is occurs between the nucleus and the energy level, the gap between the nucleus and the energy level, there is no electron here. This gap, this gap is called as a nodes. Okay, let's see. Likewise, we can use this plot to identify the radial value between the 3p and nucleus, 3s and nucleus, and 3d between the nucleus. Okay, let's see. For 2s orbital, the distance from the nucleus or increases. Okay, the probability density first increases, reaches a small maximum followed by a sharp decrease to a 0, and then increase to another maximum after that decrease to 0. The region where this probability density function reduces to 0 is called as a nodal surface. Okay, this is called as a nodal surface. That is nothing but nodal radial node. It is nothing but the gap between the nucleus and the energy level. This gap is nothing but called as a node. In other words, number of radial nodes for 2s orbital is 1, for 3s orbital is 2. It will be asked in a 2 mark or 1 more question. The number of radial nodes for 2s orbital is 1 and for 3s orbital is 2, and so on. The plot of 4 pi r square psi square versus r for 3p and 3d orbital shows the similar pattern, but the number of radial nodes are equal to n minus l minus 1. Okay, here this formula is used to find the number of radial nodes, where n is nothing but a principal quantum number and l is nothing but a azimuthal quantum number. Okay. Next is the angular distribution function. The variation of the probability of locating the electron on the sphere with the nucleus at its center depends on the azimuthal quantum number of the orbital, in which the electron present for 1s orbital is nothing but L equal to 0, and the value of m also is equal to 0, nothing but f theta equal to the root of 1 by the root of 2, and the g psi equal to 1 by the root of 2 pi. Therefore, the angular distribution function is equal to 1 by 2 root pi. That is, it is independent of the angle theta, and hence the probability of finding the electron is independent of the direction from the nucleus. The shape of the s orbital is spherical as shown in the figure. Okay. By using this equation and this plot, we can determine the shape of s orbital, that is nothing but spherical. Okay, this is called as a s orbital, this is called as a 1s orbital. Okay, this is called as a 1s orbital, and we don't have any nodes in 1s orbital, but we have a node in 2s orbital, because there is a 2 circles, 2 energy levels in a 2s orbital, that is nothing but 1s and 2s. The between the 1s and 2s, the gap is nothing but called as a node. Okay, along the x-axis and y-axis. And for 3s orbital, we have a 2 nodes, and for 1s orbital we don't have any node, and for 2s orbital we have the one node between the 1s and 2s, and for 3s orbital we have 2 nodes. Like this structure, if you go through this structure, we have 2 nodes. That white pointed circle is called as a nodes. Okay, between the 3s, 2s and 1s. Okay, for p orbitals L equal to 1 and the corresponding m value are minus 1, 0 and plus 1. The angular distribution functions are quite complex and are not discussed here. The shape of p orbital is shown in figure 2.8. The 3 different m values indicates that there are 3 different orientations possible for p orbital. These orbitals are designated as a px, py, pz, and the angular distribution for these orbitals shows that the lobes are long along the x, y and z axis respectively, as seen in the figure 2.8. The p orbitals have a one nodal plane. Here, by taking the 2p orbital, this is called as a p orbital. Okay, p orbital. We have one nodal plane between the y and z axis, between the 2 orbital, 2p corresponding to the of 2p orbitals like this. The structure of a p orbital is nothing but a double shape. Okay, here we have a node between the these two shapes is called as a node. Okay, like this structure, this is called as a structure of a p orbital. Okay, for d orbital L equal to value 2 and the corresponding values are -2, -1, 0, +1 and +2. The shape of d orbitals look like a clover leaf. This is called as a shape of d orbital look like a clover leaf shape like this. This is called as a clover leaf shape. Here we have two nodal planes. This is called as a two nodal planes. We have okay. The 5 m values given the raised to 5 d orbitals, namely dxy, dyz, dz, dxzx, dx square minus y square and dz square. The 3D orbitals contain the two nodal planes as shown in the figure. Already I show you know by putting a diagram. This is called as a shape of d orbitals, clover leaf shape. Here we have a two nodal plane in a 3D orbital. Okay, in a p orbital we have only one nodal plane. This is called as only one nodal plane. But in d orbital we have two nodal planes. Okay, like this. And for f orbital L equal to 3 and the values are nothing but -3, -2, -1, 0, +1, +2 and +3 corresponding to a 7, 5, f7 f orbitals. That is nothing but this is called as a 7 f orbital because we have the value of m is nothing but 7. So the value is nothing but fz cube, fxz square, fyz square, fxyz, fz x square minus y square, fx into x square minus 3y square, and the last one is fy into 3x square minus y square, which are shown in figure 2.10. Because f has a 3 or 7 orbitals like this, this is called as a 7 orbitals. Okay, for each orbital we have the 4 values like but fz cube is called as a fz cube, fxz square, fyz square like this. Okay, and for this is called as a d orbital, this is called as f orbital. And for d orbital we have 5 orbitals, and for p orbital we have 3 orbitals, and for s we have a single orbital. Okay, by seeing this diagram we can find out the number of nodal planes along the x axis and y axis in a d orbital. Okay, in a f orbital. This is called as a f orbital structure of f nothing but like this along the x axis. Okay, evaluate yourself. Okay, calculate the total number of angular nodes and radial nodes present in a 3D and 4F orbital. Okay, by taking 3D and 4F orbital we have to find the number of nodes, radial nodes and angular nodes. Okay, energy of orbitals we will see in a next class. Okay, energy of orbitals we will see in a next class. Thank you.